Good morning. Sensei Michael here coming to you today in my most comfortable sweatshirt. This sweatshirt's been with me longer than both of my sons have been alive. It's tattered, it's weathered, it's torn, it's got no collars or cuffs, it's frayed all the way around, but it's just something that I feel really comfortable in. I think everyone has one. Today's video is dedicated to a very special friend, and maybe many of you will hear its message. And it's also for me, and the message is, don't quit. Yesterday, we had a black belt test. 11 phenomenal individuals were in this test, and they have been practicing and working day in and day out to achieve their goal that I believe everybody that walks into a martial arts studio at some point asks themselves, do I have what it takes to be a black belt? Do I have that fortitude and that drive? And one thing that they all had in common, they never quit. So they were given about 2 months preparation time to get themselves ready for the test as much as possible. And not a soul, not one of them disappointed me. And I congratulate each and every one of them. Alyssa, Christopher, Tyler, Patrick, Aiden, Jack, Ryan, Michael, Spencer, Brandon, and Anthony. Taught me a very valuable lesson yesterday. Don't quit. At times when their bodies were physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted, they never quit. Through 1,000 crunches, 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 leg lifts, jumping jacks, fighting techniques, sparring techniques, forms, combinations, drill after drill after drill, not one of them quit. I am so proud of them. Patrick, this young man, so proud. I looked at him, I said, what drives you? And he said, Sensei, I'll do anything it takes to finish this test. Young man who looked up at me with the most amazing eyes and said, I won't quit. It's been many times in our lives when we feel like quitting, when we feel like throwing in the towel. I've certainly experienced them. Life is hard. Life isn't always easy, especially with the things that are going on in the world right now. And you just want to take that towel and say, man, I surrender, I quit. Don't do it. Life is going to knock you down, and it's going to stomp on your stomach. Sometimes it's going to rip out your heart. But you got to fight. You got to fight. You got to believe that you have something left inside of you to drive for, to push for. Don't quit. Rest. Then at some point, roll over onto your knees, put your hands on the floor, and start to pull yourself back up. Because there's so much more in life for us all to experience. There really is. And that success is yours. And it starts with believing in yourself. You ever get stuck in a rut? I have a wonderful mentor in my life. She's more like my mother. And she's someone that I can confide in and turn to. And I remember a bit ago, I went to her and I was broken, filled with guilt and remorse. Past things in my life that I didn't fulfill my own obligations to. And I sought for her advice. It's funny, everyone thinks Sensei always has all the answers. Oh, no, I don't. But I'll search for them. And when I came to her broken, and probably at my lowest, and I said, what do I do now? What should I do? She kind of just gently put her hand on my shoulder and looked at me with her eyes. And she said, Michael, I've never had a problem turning the page on my life. We're going to make mistakes, but but we have to own them and acknowledge them and be accountable. That day, I felt a rebirth. I felt clean, alive. Passion had returned that had been missing for quite some time. Guilt and remorse kill many a man before their time. You are the architect of your life. Don't quit. Turn that page. To my students yesterday, you inspire me in all that I do. I won't quit myself. I won't quit what I believe in strongly. Maybe it's my faith, or a social or an economic problem that's going on, and even when the popular vote might be against me, my principle and my character are going to try to stand up and say, don't quit. Keep pursuing forward. You do the same. For now, I know what I have to do. Now I have to keep breathing. I have to keep living. Because tomorrow, the sun will rise. Who knows what the tide could bring? Don't quit.